say they packing, never lacking, but is they really though? And I'm bad back to the bone.
So we're gonna get cracking, all right?
All right.
Yo, welcome back, man. LSTV. It's your boy DZLS, man. Super excited for the guest we have today. Super special guest, Louisville native NL Hancho. Hancho, bro. How you doing today, bro?
What's up? I'm good. I'm chilling. Lovely Saturday. Just been chilling.
Yes, sir. New Year just started. You got any resolutions, anything like that so far? You broke them? You keeping them? What's going on? What's it looking like?
I haven't broken any, but because they're more long term.
Yeah.
But a few, just a couple. I'm trying to make sure that I get the project that I want out by the summer. Last year I dropped like 2 projects. I wanted to do just one massive project, like 14 tracks. I want it to be out by my birthday. My birthday's in the summer, right in the start of summer, so I want to get that out by then. So far, so good. I've been working on it since end of last year, so still working on it. And then other than that, trying to get a new whip. I lost my last car. I messed up, bad driving. So I'm trying to make sure I get that all under control. So I learned from that, try to take that lesson as it is, and move forward.
Type shit. I feel you. Yeah, man. I ain't got no resolutions or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Normally I don't make any, so it's just a new year, new me, lame shit.
If you wait till the new year to try to do something about something, man, you're already too late. You feel me?
Right.
So that's how I start. But shout out to all people with resolutions, man. Hopefully y'all stick through 'em. We're only at the end of January while we're recording this, so like, feel me? So it shouldn't be fun.
Been a quick month, can't lie.
Right. Quick. So, but yeah, bro, I appreciate you sitting down with us, bro. We've been tapped in with you. We heard about your music. You know what I'm saying? We're super close with some people, which we're going to tap in with. Got mutual friends. We're going to tap in with the interview, man. We just want to appreciate you, man. Show some gratitude, man. Just say thank you for stopping by and doing the show with us, bro.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank y'all. I've watched a few of you guys' interviews with those mutual people and a couple other ones, so I'm a little familiar with you guys as well.
Yeah, man, we're trying to grow, in the beginning of the catalog, and we just hope, over time, as you continue to grow as an artist, bro, you keep stopping in, you know what I mean? Letting us know what you're doing, answer some questions, and go, rock like that, man. Just continue to grow together, bro. So look forward to that.
I'm always down, man. I'm always down. Look forward to it.
For sure, bro, for sure. So first thing first, man, my most important question to me, bro, what part of the city are you from, bro? What part of the city you say? What part of the city you from? We grow up.
I grew up in the South. I'm from the South, born and raised. I've moved out sporadically a few times. Like I lived in the West for a year on 28. I lived up East with my grandmother on Muhammad Ali a few different times, and on Rose Lane, right in front of where Shepherd Square used to be, off of Rose Lane, and on South Shelby Streets. Just a couple of other places. Other than that, I'm right in the South. Been there, born there, parents still there. Moved around there more times than I've moved anywhere else in the city. I've moved around in the South in general more than anywhere. I've only stayed up East for like 2 years, stayed in the West for a year, like I said, and the rest of that time is in the South.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Me, myself, I'm a suburban nigga. I'm from J-Town, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me?
That's where I'm at now. I'm more further out that way now. That's where I just moved out to, but I'm not too familiar with this area. I've gone to school in similar areas, but
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like to, J-Town, you know what I'm saying? It's a suburban area, but it's still the same Louisville
right.
stuff off out there, then it'll pop off, almost everywhere, just probably at a slower rate type deal. But that's what's up. So south side. So what part of the schools, what schools you go to out of JCPS? What schools you go to coming up?
I went to Frazier for like kindergarten, first grade. That's in the South. It was like kindergarten through second grade actually. And then I had to restart second grade. They had me in the second and third grade class when I went to Field Elementary. I also went to Chenoweth Elementary. Then I wrapped it up in Iroquois, back in the South at Hazelwood. From there, I started hooping. Went on to boarding school, so I went to the West End school in the West End. Um, so I guess I under-exaggerated a little bit. My parents lived in the West for a year. Me, myself, I had to live at the West End school on campus because it's a boarding school. So I had to stay there for all 3 years, 5 days a week, Saturday, Sunday, come back Sunday night, back Monday, leave Friday. So I was there all 3 years of that, got a scholarship, went from West End school to Walden, which is Westport, it's off Westport Road. And then I ended up sophomore year, I transferred to, or the end of sophomore year, I transferred to Moore. That was my first high school experience. It's Moore, um, which is out, I think the Okolona area, I guess you would call it, by Jefferson Mall. And then from there, I did a little bit of E school, then that was back in the South, and then I kind of dropped out, not gonna lie. Dropped out mainly because my credits didn't transfer from private school to public school, so they mixed me up and had me doing lower level classes that aggravated me. So I kind of went on my own.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. So going back to the boarding school, you said I don't think I ever heard of West End school. So what was that like? Like what was like that experience going to school 5 days out the week, going home for the weekend? What was that?
Shit, basically never leaving school. Basically, all 5 days I'm there. I'm in school all 5 days, basically. But they make sure that we have fun. We did some things that we wouldn't normally do in public schools, like the places we went, the people we spoke to. Like part of our board of educators, Daryl Griffith was on the board of educators, like um, and a few other basketball players. I can't remember their names right now. That played for the University of Louisville, and then the school was renovated and turned into the Western School, but it used to be Carter Elementary, where Muhammad Ali went to school. Like his
Wow.
house he was born and raised in before he went on to do his ventures. It was right around the corner from where we were located, and we were invited to the memorialization of his house. Like they put a little sign in front of his house over in the West End, and we were like few of the first people to get to witness it and be there for the cutting of it and everything. So it definitely had its perks and its cons, but for the most part, I'm completely grateful for the opportunity because I wouldn't have been turned into the man that I was without it. Like they did a lot of molding. It was mainly for African American kids. There was a few other minorities like Asian, or well, I don't know if Asian is actually a minority, but there were a few other people that come from the similar background of a typical African American young kid without opportunity. There were a few others like orphans and stuff. So it was a little diverse, but mostly Black people. The board was mostly white. The teachers were mostly white. There were a few Black teachers, both women and male. Other than that, everything else was dominated by white people, but they weren't like racist or nothing like that. Like they were very wanting of the situation at hand. Like they wanted everything that they asked for with the African Americans and everything. Like they made sure they were going to mold us into being outstanding citizens if it made them, die on their deathbed because they were old at the time of doing it, anyways. And I was only the third graduating class. There was two classes before me before they got to the school building. That the school actually started in a house, so they came a long way as well. So now they got a gym which is dedicated to Daryl Griffith and stuff. So they come a long way as well. You guys should check it out for sure. The West End Eagles. That's the name of the school, West End Eagles.
That's fire. I think one of the things like I had to do like a paper a long time ago about like Muhammad Ali and stuff. And like things about Louisville, I don't think a lot of people know is that like, we were heavily active in the civil rights movement as well. You know what I'm saying? Not just Muhammad Ali, but the city itself. There'd be
Right.
like organizations and stuff down in Louisville, doing stuff like that. So that's fire, bro. Like, you don't get too many, I don't know too many people that went to that school. So it's always cool to hear about that, especially being part of Louisville and from
Right.
Louisville. And not knowing
Hey,
everything.
sorry to ask. Is it cool if I hit my vape during interview?
Bro, it's cool to do whatever you want to do, bro. It's your world, bro. We
For
chill.
sure, for sure.
We
For sure.
talking, we killing, bro. So you are good. So, all right, cool. So, all right, you started off high school experience. Was Walden a middle school or a high school? I forgot.
It's K through 12.
K through 12, so it's the whole shebang. So, uh,
Yeah,
what's
I
going?
moved for them, ran track for them, so that was nice.
Oh, so you was an athlete all around. So
Yeah, that was my scholarship. I was on a student athlete scholarship.
oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you nice at hooping.
Hmm.
Okay, we'll get back into that in a second, right? Uh, so who's Mr. Ned, bro? And why you always in Mr. Ned's office, bro?
Mr. Ned was actually my principal at Walden. Okay, I ain't even gonna lie. You threw me off with that question. I was not expecting that one.
Yeah.
Ned, man, he played a huge. He was basically a duplication of what I dealt with at the West End school. You know, Mr. Blair, he was the headmaster at the school. He was a great duplication of him. You know, always there. He was a great role model, great mentor. Uh, him and his wife, Ro, they were very critical in my time at the West at Walden. They made sure I was comfortable. Anything I was going through, they were always there to talk to me about it. He was like a father figure, basically, and he was very cool, like hella cool, like polka dot ties, matching socks, fly
Wow.
with the t-shirt. Like he was pops. He was a cool dude. You feel me? Like he was super cool. Um, his son Brownie, he wasn't too bad. He was more on the nerdy side, but his son wasn't too bad either. He actually, we got some memories too. But Ned, man, he's a great guy. I actually wonder what he's doing right now. You just sparked a whole memory, a set of memories in my head. I was not expecting to talk about Ned. Um, yeah, he played a huge role of me being at Walden, a huge role. Like if it wasn't for him, I probably would have gotten kicked out my first like 30 days. I'm not gonna lie. He kept giving me not second chances, but he kept, steering me back in that right direction. And I was like kind of battling a lot of depression when I was there. I was taking Vyvanse. It was prescribed to me at that time. And I was also choosing to stop taking it because I was noticing the difference it made in my behavioral patterns and stuff. And I wasn't being myself, and people would come to me and be like, "You're not being yourself." So that started dawning on me. So he was always there to talk to me about that type of stuff. Like he wasn't just on school. Like when me and him walked past each other, it was always about life. It was never about school until come to finals, and I need a little bit of a tutoring. And he helped me with that too. So he was a great man right there.
Man, it's crazy that you just talk about that because, like, one of the things people always talk about how teachers are not paid enough. And you said you spent most of the time with Mr. Ned, not even talking about no school. It was more on a life tip. He was just helping you
Like
get
I've
through
been to his house with his children, like in their rooms, like seeing, it was crazy. Like he was ate dinner with them multiple times. He's taking us out, picked us up from our homes. Like he never kept it to a school basis. It was always about life, just nuggets of life. He dropping wisdom, all that.
Yeah, man. My dad, he a teacher, man. And I think a lot of kids like him, not because what he's teaching. I swear it's not because he's teaching anything. I think it's just because he cares about them kids, man. I think those are the people that impact you the most, later in life when you're thinking about it. So
Right.
shout out to Ned, man. Mr. Ned's so
Right.
cool.
Shout out Ned, man. Shout out Ned and Roe, man. Shout them out.
So you in Mr. Ned's office and you wasn't in there by yourself. You know what I'm saying? When y'all was, when you was in there, you was
I
in
had
there
a
with
best friend. I had a
Coop.
best friend. His name was Velquan.
Okay.
Me and him, we went to the West End School together. That was my brother, man. Like we did a lot of janky stuff, did a lot of good stuff. He lived in the West, I lived in the South. I used to walk from the South to the West on 32nd in Catalpa. Like I used to trek it all the way to his crib just to kick it, smoke, typical shit. And
Yeah.
hoop, you feel me, kick it. That's where I actually started making music, was on his porch. Used to freestyle when we was like 15, 16, and they would always want me to like cater to freestyle. Like they would come off of me based off of the song because they know I knew every song. They know I could fuck with the flows. They was like, bro, you the one we want to start, or when we pass it to you, you got to keep it going. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
Like we're jump in after you. Don't even worry about us. So me and him, we aren't as close anymore, which is unfortunate. But I was really close to his family too. That was my dog. You feel me? He was there through everything that I went through at Walden. There afterwards, he stayed at Walden. He when I left, he stayed there, but we still was very much connected. Like up until we turned 20, just got disconnected. Like after I had my daughter, he had his daughter. That's when we started, living our lives basically.
Yeah, when you have them kids, bro, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got to work, got to get to it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to sacrifice that time. So I understand that completely. I got two little boys of my own, so I feel you. I definitely feel you. But I don't think, one thing about Walden is like not everybody that went there, kind of like the West End School, not everybody knows about it and stuff like that. But I have run into one person from Walden and, maybe you met them there too. Coop, BFE Coop.
Yeah,
He was
that's
up
my
there.
boy.
So
That's my
what was
boy.
what was it like being in Walden with Coop, man?
Coop. Coop was I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of one of the cool kids. He fit right in. He hooped. He was a hooper. He always was on his computer making them beats. So he always was messing with them beats. But I'm not gonna lie, I was there for the start of it. I told him I had to tell him like the first wave of beats. Like he asked me, and I was like, me personally, I don't think I could rap to him because like it wasn't like they were bad. They were just like elevator sounds in a sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have a pocket for a verse, so it was just a beat. And I feel like at that time, I feel like that was kind of what he was going for. I don't think he was actually thinking that someone would want to rap on his beats. I think he was just finding his passion for it, like just wanting to do it, like because he went to the camps, he did all the music stuff, but those beats that he was making, those sounds, they were like lo-fi beats, like they weren't like, and not to categorize it because that wasn't what he was making, but they were more so beats that you don't rap to. It's just instrumentals that he was making, I feel like. But
Right.
he was always wavy, he was always cool. He was another person that was very instrumental in my life while I was there, still to this day. That's my boy. Him and Kenslow, they my boys. Um, a lot of this music stuff is because of them. And he's one of the first to believe in me, man. While we were at the Western Square, while we were at Walden, me and him built a heavy bond. I used to kick it over his crib, hoop with his brother, eat with his family, stay the night. Like he was my brother. Like instantly clicked. Like it wasn't no question. You feel me? He's my dog.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. You showed that same amount of love in his interview, bro. So it's good to hear it from both ends, man. It's fire. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna get back into Coop later into your story, most definitely. But